Hi, Cindy Hodnett with Furniture Today. We are here on the ground in High Point Market, and we're going to get a little take on the pulse of market this time. It might surprise you. We're here with Tammy Covington of High Point Market Authority and Jon Pertchik of ANDMORE. Guys, thank you for coming today.
Thanks for having us.
Let's talk about the market we're really having versus the one we thought we were going to have. Talk a little bit about some of the things you're hearing.
So you're exactly right, Cindy. We came into this show, really kind of up in the air about what this was going to look like. But we've been pleasantly surprised over the past couple of days. Great traffic and great conversations and good sell.
I mean, Tammy and I had to catch up a few days before market, maybe several days back. And I was, a lot of scary news out there, a lot of, really, and I had a questionable expectation. Our conversation where you were sharing where things were heading pre-market and things were holding, that gave me some optimism. And then showing up the last few days, there's an energy here. I had a chance to meet with a buyers group this morning, 100 or so people. There's a real energy here. And so I'm pleased so far, guardedly optimistic that we're going to have a really good market.
I think so. I mean, as I was mentioning to you, we've been here since Monday, and the mood has been positive and excited. So, I mean, let's talk about the opportunities that happen out of challenges. I mean, each of you, let's talk about that. What are you hearing?
I mean, I'm no market expert, right? I'm the new guy to town, but it's clear markets are more important than ever during challenging times. This is the most efficient, most productive distribution channel for our tenants, our shared, partners. And more than ever, I think it's critical, and that's why I think we're feeling a good energy here.
Yeah, I think, Cindy, too, High Point is where these difficult conversations happen. This market has been around for over 100 years, so we've talked about anti-dumping, we've talked about recessions, we've talked about COVID. All those things have happened with synergy around this market, and I think where we are today is no different. We're hearing that people want to come together. They want to have those conversations face to face, and market gives them that opportunity.
I agree. No, please.
No,
go
and
ahead.
I would just add. I mean, that's a great perspective. The 100+ year perspective. Yeah. Think of what's happened historically over the last 100 and some odd years, right? Everything. This is really the iconic center of the community. So more important than ever.
Right. And I want to speak with each of you because Tammy, you can talk about the relationships and how we build relationships, and then I want to talk a little bit about events and investments and what's new at market. Let's let everybody know. So
yeah, I think the relationships. If we think about bringing buyers and sellers together, that relationship is at the core. And so today, whether you are looking to have conversations with relationships you've had and kind of wondering what that's going to look like, or you're looking for new relationships, again, I think High Point is very important in that equation. I think, we see market is the place that these stories are told.
Yes.
And so you have to be here. You have to be here to hear the stories from those who are living in the moment today, and that frankly will be writing the future of these of where we are today. So I feel really good about that. Yeah.
And to add to, I mean, in terms of investments and commitment to this market, we continue to invest largely in IHFC, and you'll find, for example, 7th floor at IHFC, the designer lounge. And I love some of this place is so rich in history.
Yeah.
So I've heard about signs where no designers allowed, and you just sort of, I can't appreciate the before and after, but I can certainly, from a nostalgic standpoint, appreciate from that place to now where designers are such a critical part of this universe, of this community. And so creating spaces like that are really, really important. So we're really still committed to investing in the market and in part focusing on designers.
I love it.
Piggybacking on that, Jon, we kicked off our second Insiders Tour this morning, which is for new buyers to market, and the majority of those are designers. So you're standing in front of a room of 50 plus people who this is their first time, and you see that the stars in their eyes as they have landed in this showroom, first stop being connected with a guide that's going to take them around for the day. You forget about how excited they are about being in this industry, about the product, about the education, about the events, all those things that happen at market. But to see it through the eyes of a newbie, it's a whole new way of looking at it.
And Tammy, I don't have to guess what that's like because my first real market was just a year ago. And
You didn't have a tour guide.
and so I mean, I did not have a tour guide. but
we remember.
I can appreciate the intimidation and the chaos, and what you're doing makes so much sense. And I know for us as a company, across ANDMORE, focusing on how we make particularly new buyers, help them make sense of the chaos is really a big priority for us. And it's really intelligent what the market authority is doing.
Well, and I want to jump in too, because, you know, we talk about the newcomers and the things we offer, but I will tell you, even the old timers love some of the events and the opportunities for networking. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so events I feel like are very rich this market. A few things I'm excited about. Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, we have our keynote series. That will be the second installment of that during this market, and we are welcoming Damon John from Shark Tank to the stage, and he will be joined by Patty Carpenter and Jana Mize from Carpenter and Company and Future Snoops to really talk about the entrepreneurship, the fashion to furniture angle of what we do, and just that fresh perspective of how this all really works together and what that means in terms of business in this industry. So very excited to see that. And then I would be remiss if I didn't say I was super excited about Gabby Barrett taking the stage, one of the finalists on The Voice, tomorrow night at Center Stage in the Showplace parking lot. So a lot of fun things, along with a lot of great education taking place in showrooms. We love when showrooms offer that to their buying group. And so a lot of really, I feel like, rich opportunities for education.
Even the smaller stuff, in addition to all of that, even the ribbon cuttings are such a feel-good experience, such a small thing, and it's such a big thing. And to have a little moment of celebration when somebody's done something new or refreshed. And we've just attended one the other day together, and it's really neat. Even that aspect of this community is really, really positive.
Right.
So you heard it here. Actually, it's not gloom and doom. Everybody's happy. There's a lot of good energy at market. Stay tuned for more information.